Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at unlocking the power of positivity.
Yeah. And it can feel like an uphill battle, can't it? Our brains are just sort of naturally geared towards the negative stuff first.
Exactly. But there's some pretty solid research, I think, from Harvard showing that just like 12 minutes of daily mindset work, it can boost happiness pretty significantly by 21% in 30 days, apparently.
That's the promise. And look, we're going to skip the fluffy just think happy thoughts advice.
Okay.
We're diving into a system, 5 steps backed by neuroscience to build genuine positivity, even if you've tried before and felt like, well, nothing stuck.
Okay, I think a lot of people can relate to that. So why is it so hard sometimes? Why the struggle?
Well, it really goes back to evolution. Our brains evolved to keep us safe, which means they're amazing threat detectors.
Right. Survival instinct?
Precisely. And that leads to these 3 main mental traps. First up is the negativity bias.
Yes, I've heard of this.
Your brain basically acts like Velcro for negative experiences, but Teflon for positive ones. It hangs on to the bad stuff.
So, like, one criticism outweighs 10 compliments.
Exactly. It's scanning for threats about 5 times more often than it's looking for rewards or good things. It really sticks.
Okay, that explains a lot. What's trap number 2?
That would be hedonic adaptation. Basically, we get used to good things really fast.
Oh, right, like the new car smell fades.
Pretty much. That initial burst of happiness from something new, it just diminishes. Your baseline happiness kind of resets itself.
Becomes the new normal.
And then the third trap, guilt loops. When you just replay negative experiences or worries over and over in your head.
Ugh, yes, those are absolutely draining. So we've got these evolutionary hurdles, but the good news is we can actually change this wiring.
Absolutely. That's the whole point. Can be reprogrammed. And that's where our 5-pillar framework comes in.
Okay, let's get into it. Pillar 1.
Pillar 1 is the 3 gratitude daily reset. Super simple, but powerful.
Yeah.
Every day, you just identify 3 specific things you're grateful for.
3 things. Can be small things.
Totally. Could be your morning coffee, a sunny day, a helpful colleague. Research from UCLA actually shows this practice boosts serotonin, what's a key happiness chemical in your brain.
Okay.
That also strengthens your prefrontal cortex. Think of it as your brain's CEO. And interestingly, it reduces social comparisons. Less keeping up with the Joneses.
That's huge. Okay, 3 gratitudes daily. Is there like an advanced version?
Yeah, a good hack is to try finding gratitude even within challenges.
Yeah.
Asking yourself, okay, this was tough, but what did it teach me? It helps reframe difficulty.
I like that. Flipping the script. What's pillar 2?
Pillar 2 is the 90-second rule. This is for handling those tough emotions when they pop up.
Okay. Intrigued. How does it work?
It's a 3-step process, basically.
Yeah.
First, name the emotion. Just acknowledge it. Okay, I'm feeling frustrated or angry or whatever it is.
Right. Name it.
Second, locate it in your body. Where do you feel that frustration? Your chest, your stomach. Just notice the physical sensation.
Okay, locate it. And
then you breathe through it. The specific pattern recommended is the 4-7-5-8 breath. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Just for a cycle or 2.
90 seconds, though. Sometimes feelings seem to last way longer.
Well, the neuroscience suggests that the actual physiological lifespan of an emotion, if you fully acknowledge and feel it without resisting or fueling it with more thoughts, is only about 90 seconds. It peaks and starts to dissipate.
Huh. So you let it flow through instead of fighting it.
Exactly. Pillar 3, the progress principle. This is about noticing your wins, however small.
All wins.
Yeah, at the end of the day, maybe ask yourself, what went well today? What did I learn? How did I grow? Even a tiny bit. Harvard research actually points to progress as the #1 motivator for people at work, and it applies here too.
So recognizing even tiny steps forward actually fuels positivity.
Precisely. It builds momentum. Pillar 4 is the mental diet.
Okay, like watching what you eat, but for your brain.
That's a great way to put it. Thoughts are like neural nutrition. So you need to be mindful of what you're feeding your brain. Meaning limit exposure to, say, excessively toxic media, negative people sometimes called energy vampires, and, crucially, your own negative self-talk.
The inner critic. That one's tough.
It really is. But awareness is the first step. And finally, pillar 5, future self-alignment.
Future self. How does that work?
It's about checking in daily with the best version of yourself. Ask questions like, what would my ideal future self do in this situation today? How would they handle this challenge? What's one small step I can take today to move closer to being that person?
Sort of like having an internal mentor.
Kind of. And Stanford research suggests this practice can boost optimism by as much as 37%. It shifts your focus towards your potential.
Wow, 37%. That's really quite something. Okay, those are the 5 pillars. Any sort of bonus tips, maybe things high performers do?
Definitely. A few quick ones. Morning priming. Just starting your day with intention, maybe thinking about those gratitudes or your future self.
Setting the tone?
Exactly. Victory logging, similar to the progress principle, but maybe keeping an actual little log of successes, big or small. And nature therapy.
Yes.
Seriously, just 20 minutes outside can act like brain fertilizer, reducing stress hormones.
So the big takeaway here really seems to be that positivity isn't just a mood that happens to you, it's an active practice.
That's the core message, is something you do, you cultivate.
So for anyone listening who wants to put this into action,
Well, we'd suggest trying a 30-day mindset challenge. Pick one pillar. Maybe start with gratitude and practice it daily for a month. Maybe journal about any shifts you notice, see how it feels.
a practical next step.
Yeah. And just remember the final thought here. You aren't stuck with the brain you have. Through practices like these, you're actively building the brain you want. So explore these techniques, see what resonates.